Hello again, I'm the Shave&Butcher. Welcome, and I'm all ready to go into surgery. Rather a pompous title today, I realized that, and I didn't quite intend to, but I was doing some thinking today about what might be important for people who wet shave. And it's I've given it a little bit of thought, so I'll go through that my ideas in a short while. We're doing a shave. We have washed the face as you should with something that isn't hand soap. This is the Nivea Man Active Energy Fresh Look face wash thing. The pre-shave oil is on, and it's been on for a while. This is the Norberg from Sweden, Borås. Really good stuff. Terrific smell as well. It's been on for a while, otherwise it makes no sense. We will be using this beautiful little thing from L&L Shaving Supplies. It's a 24mm synthetic knot, and for the first time we'll be lathering, or attempting to lather, with only blooming water. So how do I do this? So I've got this thing. Can you see it at all? That's the blooming water of the Swedish Witch. God, it's too much. Yeah, there you go. Swedish Witch, terrific soap, rather hard. So I was watching JB at Distorted Edge Shaving, the French-speaking guy, and he did this. He's done this a few times, so I thought I'd try. And I just remembered I promised myself I would test it before I shot a video, and I forgot. So I don't know if it's going to be working, but we're going to try. And we're going to finish up, in case I do that off camera, with a Hega, beautiful Swedish aftershave balm, and the L&L Cuir Epices balm, because it's fantastic. Shaving will be achieved with the gold Dollar W59. Crazy little thing. It's a gift of Matti Lindholm, who's also the proprietor of the Artisan company L&L Shaving Supplies. So a lot of the stuff is from him actually today. So, okay, wet the brush. It's really stupid because I can't remember how he did it. Okay, so it's wet, but I've gotten most of the water out. So I'm just gonna dip the tips into the blooming water. Okay. Professional YouTube hacks. Okay, so it's all water. Can you see? It's everywhere. Okay, let's go. Right hand is terribly slow today, so we'll do a bit of left hand. Very bubbly, frothy. It's not English, but you know what I mean. But something's happening. I get a bit of... So how do you know when you've got enough stuff? I don't know. Well, do you look at that? Sorry for experimenting on camera. It's going fairly well though. Should I have more? I do not know. So a little bit more blooming water stuff. I think maybe I think maybe peut-être. I left the Facebook group the other day, got so annoyed. It's, yeah, became political. It was called the Barber's Notch, I think. I think it's a rather big group. And then someone started off, it's all American politics, right? So someone started off explaining to the world that Caitlyn Jenner is not a hero, and had a picture of Caitlyn Jenner and a picture of someone who was a hero, who was an American trooper, a soldier who was carrying a wounded friend. Of course, a hero. No one doubts that. And then 100 comments. Most of them were like, yeah, cutting your dick off doesn't make you a hero, sort of thing. And similar well thought through political arguments. And why should only the left be allowed to, etc. I just made one comment, because I'm not neither American nor a politician. I just asked, what does this has to do with shaving? I got a lot of responses. The most intelligent one was, well, we shave and we're talking about it. So terrific. And then day after, someone had Donald Trump in a Photoshop thing. Robert Mueller having handcuffed Donald Trump and carrying him to court. The message was something like, let's hope this happens in 2019. So it's like the other side arguing. And I don't care. I have opinions. But these are shaving. It just annoys me. So I left. Okay, got that off my chest. Sorry, should be concentrating on this. How are we doing? We are doing fairly well. Look at that. Would you look at that? Off blooming water. Yeah, I know this soap rather well. In no way is this inferior to a leather I would have gotten in the normal way. It takes a little bit longer. Wow, that's really cool. Thanks, JB. Good advice, good idea, good fun. Okay, a little bit of shaving. Le gold dollar, le dollar d'or. That's what it is in French. Here we go. Yeah, and I had too much time over Christmas, etc. So I watched a bit more shaving related YouTube stuff than I usually do, and I started watching a few interviews that Mantic59 have done. So he's never heard of him, but he's a big YouTube, I mean huge YouTube shaving guy, and he interviews a lot of the artisans, PAA, Barrister and Mann, Mr. Maggard, Susan, I think, from Mickey Lee Soapworks, Ken Surfs, and several others, and it's really good. He's good, and they're good, and really professional stuff. So it's just nice, we talk about these magnificent soaps, and then you see the guy who makes them, like whatever his name from Sterling was. It's pretty cool, because these are the stars of the industry, I think. The artisans. So Mantic59, I guess a lot of you follow him anyway. I didn't check, but he had just a few more followers than I do. And Matti, if you're watching, the edge is still good. Matti put his own edge on this thing. Still good. And good soap. The Swedish Witch is a Swedish artisan, making terrific soaps. So there are a few. They're just more low key than, or low profile than a lot of, you know, the bigger artisans. But it's a cool. This is a cool hobby, cool industry, if you will, because we do take care of our artisans, I think, in a good way. Razor makers as well. And fine, you know, some of these guys make a bit of money in their industry, but they started off small and some became successful. And I'm sure they're not going to be super rich, or I'm not sure, of course, but I don't think they're getting super rich on this. But they scale up from being artisans to sort of an industrial scale, or semi-industrial, and they start out in their bedrooms, and they end up in a barn, and I just think it's pretty cool. And I'm always impressed by entrepreneurs who quit their job to follow a dream. I think that's pretty cool. So we should be proud of them, and we should help them out as much as we can. I have something in my eye. I'm gonna try and rinse it out. Excuse me for a few seconds. So the downside to using blooming water is you get soap stuff in your eyes. Sorry. So yeah, the secrets to wet shaving, to a good wet shave. Well, I wrote down what I was thinking, and I was just thinking today, and it's not hands-on, and it's you know, it's all cliches, but for what it's worth, what do I think what have I found are secrets to wet shaving? Well, one thing is to always take your time. If you've been shaving a long time, that goes without saying, and so does most of what I'm going to propose. But taking your time is a key thing, and I think that's the main joy in this for a lot of people. You get time for yourself. It's a ritual. The older I get, the more I'm into rituals for some reason, and I think that goes for a lot of people. And you should, you know, make sure no one bothers you. It's like, Dad, you've been shaving for 30 minutes. Can I come in? No, you can't, because I'm going to shave for another bloody 30 minutes. Bugger off. Yeah, if you can avoid that, that's good. But that's a key thing, and it's a given for most people. Also, don't get carried away buying everything you see, unless you want to. I mean, some people do. Some crazy people do, but my advice is, you know, follow those guys then, and then make a decision on what you buy. It's a lot cheaper. Unless you want that to be your hobby. The shopaholic is part of it. I also think asking questions is good, and watching others. Watch loads of stuff. There's plenty of Facebook groups out there. There are thousands probably YouTube artists who shave. I don't think I've taught myself anything. Everything I know, which is not much, you don't have to comment. I've learned from other people, from watching others, from listening to others, from advice on Facebook, etc. But just because you take advice from people who are experienced doesn't mean you have to do like the majority does. You know, think for yourself, do your own thing. Fight the power. And you know, it's going to sound silly, but trying new things leads to some pretty good and a few bad experiences. So it's important not to have prejudice, I think. Like, yeah, I shave with a straight razor, I'm never going to try a DE. That's stupid. Or being afraid of stuff. Soaps are messy, it's better to use a cream. For some people, not for everyone. Prejudice is bad in general, but it certainly is bad for shaving. Let's have a feel through, see how we did on the one pass. That is the shave. Pretty good. Let me just quickly rinse. There is more soap everywhere than usual. Every video I say, let me just quickly rinse, and it takes 3 minutes. Ah, it's in my eye again! That's most of it. Oh. What else? Well, except for really bad physical disabilities, everyone can learn to shave with a straight razor. If everyone wants to, of course. And finally, my best piece of advice: life is too short for bad soaps. Okay? It's not even expensive if you think about it. Yeah, and as a bonus, if you love wet shaving, don't grow a beard. So those are my secrets. What are yours? Be interested to hear. Okay, that was good. Thank you, Matti, for supplying all of the hardware on that one. What did we say? We said Hega, bit of Hega, good stuff. You don't usually really need a balm after Hega because it just, you get a little bit of bite, little bit of sting if you've done something you shouldn't have, or if you've done things properly. But you get a very, very lubricating effect from the thing. I'm gonna put this on, but I'm gonna wait a few minutes until this dries up, so I'll do that off camera. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, and do something I wouldn't do.